What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stevie the Black. That's STEVEE, the Black. I'm back, and I'm here to give you another Monday Night Raw review today. Raw last night. I'm gonna have to. It was alright. It wasn't action packed. It wasn't amazing. It was average. And as I said when I started this, if you expect Raw to be awesome every single week, like it was the first night after the brand split, like it was last week on Raw, then you don't understand WWE. And in the words of Chris Jericho, you're a stupid idiot. Stupid idiot. But Raw was good for what it was. We got some D's in there, we got some C's, but let's get into it. And I'll give you my final Raw grade at the end. So, Raw kicks off with Kevin Owens coming out. We're in the KO show now. This is the Kevin Owens show, not Raw. It's the Kevin Owens show, and he's celebrating and everything. And Rollins comes out. Obviously, he's furious. He's upset, you know. And he's like, he wants answers, and it's good. It's very, very good that Triple H was not there, because then he can't be like, he couldn't explain himself, because it makes you wonder even more why he did what he did. But they hinted at it when Kevin Owens said, ever since you've been back, you've obviously been developing a blueprint for failure, because he's had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to get back the championship, and he hasn't done it. And that could be why Triple H said, ever since your knee injury, you just haven't been the man anymore. You're no longer the man. So there you go, right? But other than that, the way Rollins came out, the way he was in Stephanie's face, the way he was getting on Kevin, and Stephanie, like Mick said, she was kind of taking it personally, because kind of, again, you kind of got to say, how could she not know? It's her husband. How could she not know that he's coming back to affect the match, in a certain way, and put Kevin Owens over? How could she not know? But, we'll have to wait and see, give it a few more weeks. But other than that, Stephanie suspended Rollins, but then Mick was like, wait, instead of suspending him, let's give him a championship match, which is obviously the obvious choice. Because as I was saying last week on my other show, talking about wrestling with my dad, I said there's really no one else to challenge Kevin Owens for the championship. There's no one else. It's got to be Seth Rollins. So next, Charlotte versus Bayley. I gave the match a B, but I have to be the first to tell you that match is not Charlotte versus Sasha Banks. Now, you think when a certain somebody can have a great match with somebody, that they'll have it with somebody else. For example, John Cena and Bray Wyatt, they had excellent matches. And you're thinking, oh man, when Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt first faced, you're like, oh man, it's gonna be just as good, if not better, than Randy Orton, than John Cena and Bray Wyatt. But it wasn't. It was average. It was like, huh? Now, I mean, they're getting into a feud now, and they're gonna fight this Sunday at Backlash. But I mean, really, is it going to be good? We don't know. We'll hope and see. But the Bayley Charlotte match, her winning because of Dana Brooke getting in her way or whatever like that. I mean, I guess I take it what it is. But what happened on later in the night makes it all kind of confusing right now, if you get what I'm saying. All right, so then we have Bo Dallas taking on Kyle Roberts in a squash match. And I gave it a C because obviously Bo looks pretty good and he wasn't joking around. He was being serious. And, that's better than Bo leave and running around in a circle, right? But I saw why they were doing that. See, WWE is going to be in China this week. And WWE signed their very first Chinese superstar to the roster. He'll be in NXT. And he'll be facing Bo Dallas. So they wanted Bo Dallas to look strong. And if you get what I'm saying here, remember CM Punk, make him look strong. They made Bo Dallas look strong, so that way when he goes over and faces the guy from China, he's not a pushover, but he'll actually be a threat, So I see why they did that, but by next week when they're back, we won't be seeing Bo Dallas again. And if we do, he'll probably lose. Now, they could continue on the feud in his run, in his push, but I doubt it. So next we had Seth Rollins versus Chris Jericho, and the match was great. The match was awesome. I gave it a B. The only shocking thing was I was shocked that Seth Rollins used the pedigree, but I understand why he's still using it, kind of like to stab Triple H. Like, yeah, that's right. I'm still doing your move. What you gonna do about it? Come get me, you know. And so obviously with Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins at Clash of Champions, you're thinking, well, who's going to win? Is Kevin Owens going to get the title back? Or, I mean, is Seth Rollins going to get the title? Or is Kevin Owens going to retain? I think Triple H should come back and cost him the match again. So that way, it's kind of like, dude, you okay, fine. You didn't know Triple H was going to interfere in the match? Fatal 4-Way? Fine. But you're telling me you didn't know he was going to interfere in Clash of the Champions? Nah, bro. Nah. I want some answers, and I want them right now, obviously, they were saving the match for WrestleMania. I mean, they could do Survivor Series, but let's face it, they're not. They're saving it for WrestleMania. It's an obvious choice. And other than that, I mean, I don't know what his move would be. I mean, obviously he's a face now, but obviously Seth Rollins is a face, but maybe he could use the Phoenix Splash, I guess, for his finisher, because obviously he can't use the curb stomp anymore. And he darn sure ain't doing that move where he throws you into the turnbuckle or into the podium because he's too busy injuring people and ending careers. All right, let me calm down. I'm just playing about that. But other than that, next we get on to Cesaro versus Sheamus, like match number 3, I believe it was. And Sheamus won. I was shocked by that. I really was. But if they're doing the story of Cesaro having to fight back and winning, I mean, I really don't care. So I'm not going to be shocked if Cesaro wins and Shanghai or whatever they're going to be at in China. I'm not going to be shocked because they're having match number 4 at in China. So if Cesaro wins, I'm not going to be shocked by that at all. So they'll come back. It'll be 3-1. Then they'll have another match. 3-2. Cesaro will win. And then... oh, wait. There's still 4 matches, though. It's like it doesn't work. I don't want to see... the climax of it's going to be at Clash of Champions. I'm telling you that right now. They need to have another match at another house show because I don't want to see 4 more matches. Save 2 for house shows and the other 2 for one Raw and then Clash of Champions. Because my God, my freaking God, I'm tired of seeing these 2 fight. After this, I don't want to see them fight for like the next couple of years. That's how many matches these 2 have had with this best of 7. My God. Next, Enzo and Cass taking on the Shining Stars, and I gave this a D, not a B, a D. I'm sorry, because they lost to the Shining Stars. The Shining Stars come out, talk about Puerto Rico, and then they lose. That is your job. Like Jinder Mahal's job is to come out and lose. That's all he's for. That's all the reason why he's here. And it's like Enzo and Cass are like your second hottest thing in the tag team division after the New Day. And they lose to the Shining Stars. The New Day would never ever lose to the Shining Stars. But it's like you lose to the Shining Stars. Why? You need to build them up as the next big challenge for the tag team championships after this pay-per-view. Because obviously, who's going to be left to challenge after that? I mean, you got Big Show and Mark Henry. You could bring them back and make a tag team. But still, my God. You have them lose to Epico and Primo? Epico and Primo. Alright, fine. I don't know what y'all planning, but I know this. I don't want to see them facing that Clash of Champions. I know that. Next, we had Ann Espitito taking on Nia Jax. And I only gave it a C because she was Alicia Fox's friend. So, obviously, next week, and especially what happened after Alicia Fox came out the trainer's room, obviously next week, or maybe even for Clash of Champions, they're going to have those 2 fight, and she'll actually face her first challenger. Now, will she dominate her? Probably. But at least she's facing somebody else and not a jobber. So, I gave it a C. Next, we had the Old Day. Yes, the New Day when they're old and it was Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson saying, "This is what you're gonna look like and be like after we retire y'all from being tag team champions." And I'm like 99.8% sure that the New Day are going to lose. But again, you already know my position. I want the New Day to lose to Enzo and Cass. How they're gonna pull that off, I have no clue. But I'm just saying. So anyway, have they? It wasn't a very funny segment. It wasn't funny if that was supposed to pull off. It wasn't funny. I wasn't laughing. But I did kind of enjoy the slowed version of the New Day song. It sounded kind of cool a little bit. But other than that, I mean, actually the New Day came out. They ran Luke Gallows and Eric Carl Anderson out of the ring, and then they beat up the old version of themselves. Other than that, I had nothing really else to say. I mean, I gave it a C, but only because, like I said, I like the slowed version of the New Day song. Other than that, that is it. Next, we had Darren Young taking on Jinder Mahal. And that was a D because it was just used again to continue this Titus O'Neil versus Darren Young feud, which nobody cares about. Nobody cares about. Nobody cares about. And again, I'm going to reiterate this one more time. Nobody cares about. Moving on. Sin Cara versus Braun Strowman. And it was Sin Cara's birthday yesterday. So Sin Cara, happy birthday. But today is Braun Strowman's birthday. So Braun Strowman, happy birthday. For what it was, I mean, it was alright. Obviously, get some offense out there more than anybody else. But he was obviously out there because he was fighting for his lucha heritage. He felt like it was right for what happened to America last week on Raw. And while he did better, Strowman didn't decimate him, but he won by countout. So I guess it's better than taking a pinfall. They're probably like, you know what, since it's your birthday, we'll let you lose by countout. Okay? Alright, I guess that's better than losing by pinfall. So, that was it. It was alright for what it was. Maybe Strowman will start fighting some new guys now, who knows. But I will bring up Strowman again soon. I will. Depending on what I say. Okay. So next we had Sasha Banks coming out, and she had a tweet that said she had some bad news. My first initial thought was she's coming out here to claim like she's got some bad news, but then to say the doctor says I'm ready to go. I'm coming after Charlotte and the Divas and the women's title. But see, these WWE, yes, WWE is more entertainment than it is wrestling, or being a sport. But I mean, when you were looking at the way she was talking and the way how the segment felt, you just felt like she was about to say, I went to the doctor and the doctor said, you're going to have to retire. And then if that had happened, I'd have been like, we done lost another wrestler. We done lost another person to injury. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? We lost another person. And then I'd have been like, I know WWE is fast-paced now, and that's what it is. But because of fast-paced, we got Finn Balor on the show. Daniel Bryan had to retire. Sting had to retire. John Cena got his nose broke. And now, what do you call it? What's the name? Sasha Banks got to retire because of her back. But then, that's when Dana Brooks came out. And right at that moment, you knew she's fine, because if she was hurt and had to retire, Dana Brooke would be coming out to attack her. So, but as I was saying earlier, because the thing is, Sasha versus Bayley is being planned for WrestleMania is what I'm hearing. And the plan was for Sasha Banks to hold the title for a long time. She probably would have turned heel again too. But it's just that Bayley has had Charlotte's number for the past couple of weeks, so I would think it's a triple threat. But I think they'll probably say that for the next Raw pay-per-view and not this one, because obviously it's been set for a rematch. So I don't think Sasha Banks will win, though. I really don't. I mean, I just don't see it. I mean, I hope she wins, but I just don't see it. I hope I'm right when I say she wins. That's all I got to say on that. And then finally, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. We thought these two would never face again. Well, not face again, but for a while. And it was about a month. They didn't face each other. And then they faced each other. And Kevin Owens won. And here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I know the only reason why Kevin Owens is a champion is because Finn Balor got injured. But Sami Zayn should have had a push. Sami Zayn should have had a push before Kevin Owens. And what I mean by that is he should have got rewarded by beating Rusev at SummerSlam for the United States Championship. Do you understand how huge that would have been? Because you can have a Canadian come out and say to the Bulgarian Rusev, how dare you come out and talk about this country? This country gave you and I our opportunity to compete here. I'm not American, but the way these people have treated me and the way I've been treated since I've been here, I might as well have been born in America. The only reason why you're U.S. champ is because you're in America. And the feud would have been not American versus not American, but not American standing up for America, and it'd have been awesome. I don't know if he would have won with the Helluva Kick though, but you know what? I just think Roman Reigns, obviously he was in doggy house for him getting suspended. And I was all for Roman Reigns. Y'all know I'm a Roman Reigns fan. I was all for Roman Reigns being U.S. champion. But after last night, I thought, especially it was after Sami Zayn said, he said, I thought I could move forward with my career after I beat Kevin. And I did beat Kevin. And then nothing happened. But then all of a sudden he becomes Universal Champion. So again, I reiterate my point. He should have been rewarded for beating Kevin Owens the United States Championship, which he would have got a huge pop for. If the WWE, which I read, they're trying to build him up as the next Daniel Bryan, they're failing. And they're failing miserably. Sami Zayn should be right now your current United States Champion. Especially since Rusev is on his honeymoon. He said he's going to be away for 23 days. And I don't know if he'll be back for Clash of Champions. I really don't. I really do not know. But what I do know is Sami Zayn should be your United States Champion. That's what I know. And throughout this whole entire show, speaking of Roman Reigns, I'm thinking, where is this man at? He got cost just as much as Seth Rollins did. After Kevin Owens beat Sami Zayn, which another thing, why did he have to beat him with him getting another injury to his ankle? Why can't he just beat him in the middle of the ring? I'm tired of seeing Sami Zayn come out every week and something wrong with him. Talking about, oh, my ankle, oh, my shoulder. I know he's supposed to be the underdog from Underground or whatever they say, but my God, can he just lose a match because the other dude won? Or can he just win a match and not go, oh my God, Sami Zayn is fighting through the pain. He's going to do it. He's going to win. He's going to, oh my God, he is the ultimate underdog. No, let's just let the man lose a match because Kevin Owens got a pop-up powerbomb. Let the man lose a match or win a match because he's good. Not, oh, he's fighting through the pain. He's going to do it. That's what happened against Seth Rollins. We had to hear about it through him fighting Jinder Mahal. And then it happened again against Kevin Owens 3 weeks in a row. That is enough. But speaking of Roman Reigns comes out after Kevin Owens wins his match. And I'm thinking, oh, well, there he is. He doesn't say anything. He just comes in the ring. Then Chris Jericho comes out and they surround him. And then Mick Foley comes out. And I'm thinking, oh, he's going to say next week it's going to be Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins taking on Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. Oh, that'll be interesting. These two teaming up together after everything they've been through to take on two guys that they don't like. I thought that would be interesting. But no, he says, Roman Reigns, you got a lot to prove. So what's going to happen is you're going to fight Kevin Owens next week. And if you win, you'll be in the match. It'll be a triple threat. The match should not be a triple threat. But since Rusev is gone, and I don't know if he'll be back in time for Clash of Champions, it should be Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. Now, if Braun Strowman wins, I don't know. But he needs a challenge. And who better to challenge him than the man who was once the guy? My man, Roman Reigns. So, that's my prediction. What do you think? Do you think that Roman Reigns should face Braun Strowman? I know you guys don't think he should be facing Kevin Owens for a chance to be in the match. But let me know what you think. That's been the video for today. This Thursday, I'm going to be posting a video about CM Punk for CM Punk's UFC fight on Saturday at 2:03. I'll be posting a CM Punk video, and I thought about this. This idea came back a long time ago, but I was waiting for the right opportunity to tell this story. And what better way than to tell it when all the eyes of the world are going to be on CM Punk as he's in his first UFC fight. So that has been the video for today. Come back tomorrow for the SmackDown live review. And if you're not down with that, I've just got 2 words for you. Peace out.